Nazis, through Hellenization, acquire the status of being normal. So, if a Nazi is in regard of activation of energy, the active field of thought is a number. So numericals are in size, but they are not in demography. So if you are a field officer, the sheriff is given the duty to remark upon the ability to decimal and replace the working class. So since decimals are metrics, metrics are required for the surveillance state to exist. A surveillance state cannot exist by itself. It must have beauty. So if beauty is operable to the state, it increases demand upon the leverage of operational legitimacy. So if you are legitimate under the state, not only do you have the right, you have the duty to sheriff and police the public. So to be a public officer, not only must you license and accredit your work, the citations and sources are material to resource of equality. So since equality is censorable and not in demand of justice of all mankind, mankind is a act rather than a legitimacy. So to legitimately be a nomad in these systems, not only must you officer the courts must appraise partitions to parties to parliament. So since parliaments do not exist, the activation of semidecimals occur. So a semidecimal is 2 points of a decimal, while 1 point of a decimal would be the letter I. So under I, there would be a trademark and a value for the negative frame. So frameworks are indulgences to injunct upon mutation, and mutation is a cletus to indulge in the state as it was founded as a capitalism. So a capitalism would be required, but not only that, you would need communism to justify the means of actions to indulge in such unions, because indulgences are prohibitable to the degree that they do not standardize themselves. So to be a standard, not only must you offer requite to inquiry, inquiry becomes financial, and financialization of unions is destruction of the state. So if the state is required to indulge in features of autonomy, autonomy rejects nationalism and becomes a feature of democracy. And democracy is the standing ovation of all nation states as they are systemized learning instead of placement of injunction. So an injunction is a field of thought, but that injunction is removable to the state in the sense that they don't authorize commandments. So to authorize a negative commandment would be to democratize the workplace, but to also demand that a supplanting occurs under oath of office. So if oath of office is broken, not only does the injunction to effigy a material cost occur, the costs are negative and positive at the same time.